the latest cinematic take on Emily Brontë's classic novel Wuthering Heights, directed by Fennell and starring Margot Robbie as Kathy and Jacob Elordi as Heathcliff, has ignited intense debate among critics and audiences alike. Released to theaters amid high anticipation, the film has polarized viewers with its daring departures from the source material, resulting in a wide spectrum of reviews ranging from glowing 5-star acclaim to scathing 1- and 2-star condemnations. Some hail it as a swoonily romantic and visually intoxicating experience, while others dismiss it as an astonishingly bad, emotionally hollow misfire that disrespects Brontë's Gothic masterpiece. Fennell, known for her provocative films Promising Young Woman and Saltburn, approaches the story with her signature bold style, prioritizing intense sensuality, stylized excess, and modern reinterpretations over strict fidelity to the 19th-century text. The central romance between Kathy and Heathcliff, the passionate, destructive bond that defines the novel, takes center stage, amplified through explicit scenes of desire, obsession, and physicality. Critics have noted the film's heavy focus on eroticism, with lengthy, exhausting sex sequences that some argue overstay their welcome and shift the tone towards something more akin to contemporary erotic drama than classic literature. Margot Robbie's portrayal of Catherine Earnshaw has drawn particular attention, with descriptions likening her performance to a fusion of her iconic Barbie role, playful, glamorous, and larger-than-life, with elements of BDSM aesthetics involving dominance, submission, and intense power dynamics. This interpretation casts Kathy as wild, selfish, yet somehow innocent beneath her entitlement, creating a character who vibrates with contradictory energies. Jacob Elordi's Heathcliff, meanwhile, has been critiqued as somewhat passive or plunked in front of the camera, with his brooding intensity sometimes veering into melodramatic territory that borders on pantomime. Some reviewers felt his take lacked the raw, tormented depth suggested by Brontë's descriptions of a dark-haired, gypsy heritage outsider, leading to accusations of whitewashing or miscasting. The film's visual and stylistic choices amplify its divisive nature. It employs a frantic, almost music video-like energy reminiscent of Baz Luhrmann's extravagant productions, complete with lush cinematography, oozy textures, and a soundtrack that feels contemporary and pulsating. Scenes of debauchery, including a provocative opening involving a public hanging with bawdy, mischievous elements, set a tone of irreverent excess. Critics have pointed to phallic symbolism in the architecture, suggestive uses of everyday objects like egg yolk, and a general air of quasi-erotic, pseudo-romantic indulgence that prioritizes surface allure over narrative substance. Positive reviews celebrate this audacity. One outlet described the movie as resplendently lurid, oozy, and wild, praising Fennell's understanding that style can function as substance when executed with conviction. The obsessive focus on the illicit affair draws viewers into its compulsive rhythm, leaving them quivering in its wake. Robbie's performance has been called magnificent for capturing Kathy's complexity, wild yet conscientious, while the film's unapologetic sensuality surfaces desires that Brontë could only hint at in her era. Another review called it utterly absorbing in its extravagant swirl of sexy drama, melodrama, comedy, and swooning romance, with hungry glances, masturbation sequences, and a long tease that builds tension masterfully. Negative assessments, however, are harsh. Some label it an emotionally hollow, bodice-ripping misfire that misuses its stars and reduces the novel's profound themes of class, revenge, race, and Gothic torment to a club night of mock emotion. Others argue it defines the poor as sexual deviants and the rich as prudes, stripping away the story's complexity in favor of vapid eroticism. The film is accused of paring back subplots, tinkering with characters, and removing key elements, resulting in a luxurious but empty exercise in style over soul. Comparisons to 50 Shades mixed with grim fairy tales underscore perceptions that it prioritizes kink over literary integrity. Fennell has been upfront about her intentions, emphasizing that this is not a faithful adaptation but a personal, obsessive reimagining. She has spoken about how the novel cracked her open as a teenager, revealing its undercurrents of sadomasochism and illicit passion that shocked contemporary readers. Adapting it felt like an act of extreme masochism, given its personal significance, but she embraced the risk to explore these themes boldly. The critical split reflects broader tensions in modern adaptations: reverence versus reinvention, tradition versus provocation. While some see Fennell's version as a fresh, absorbing take that honors the spirit of obsession, others view it as an insulting deviation that leaves Brontë rolling in her grave. Regardless, the film succeeds in provoking discussion, ensuring Wuthering Heights remains a vital, contentious work in contemporary cinema.